Welcome to Crypto.XL, where we uncover the hidden gems of the crypto market. Are you ready to discover the next big thing in investing? Get ready to embark on an exhilarating journey with us as we hunt for small-cap coins with the potential to explode. Join us as we dive deep into the world of small-cap cryptocurrencies, exploring their untapped potential and uncovering opportunities for growth that could turn your investment into a fortune. Whether you're a seasoned investor looking for the next big winner or a newcomer eager to learn the ropes, Crypto.XL is your ultimate destination for insightful analysis, expert tips, and the latest trends in the small-cap crypto market. Remember, this is not financial advice. Only invest money you can afford to lose. Don't miss out on the opportunity of a lifetime. Hit that subscribe button and join us on this thrilling adventure to uncover small-cap gems that could skyrocket your portfolio to new heights.
So today we're going to talk about Berkshire Hathaway and the 99% drop in stock price, a glitch from the stock exchange that had a lot of people panicking. So we're going to open up with information from another person's channel. This is Surviving End Times, and he's going to be talking about the stock market glitch and the impact that it has on people's finances.
This is D7 on Surviving End Times. We've got a bit of confusion over on the markets right now as we have several different stocks dumping out, and they are showing that it's a 99.97% dump. Almost completely dumping out. Now, they're saying that it's a glitch and that they're working on trying to fix this, but other people are asking questions like, is this a simulation of a crash? What's the chances that this is happening right now at the same time that we've got a spike on GameStop? Others are saying, if you don't know, GameStop shares double after Roaring Kitty posts this $180 million bet, basically. And when these things happen, they become massive pumps. And then, yes, they end up dumping, and people get left holding the bag.
So a lot of people are like, I'm not going to invest in crypto because crypto is way too risky. And you're seeing now that the most stable assets known to man, the stock market, that historically has been a lot more stable than crypto. You're seeing now that they're really not as stable as you once believed, right? Now, this stock market glitch was just a glitch, and this has been rectified as of today. But people made decisions when they opened up their portfolio and saw 99% down, and they saw these wild swings. People made decisions. People might have sold. Some people might have been liquidated. There is a financial impact from this. What I'm trying to say is that nothing is safe. You look at crypto and you look at Bitcoin, and Bitcoin in particular. Let's say Bitcoin a few years ago. I remember when Bitcoin first came out. I remember what people were saying. It's a scam. It's too risky. Let's talk about after the first cycle. It's too risky. It's a scam. It's a Ponzi. It can go to zero. Who is Satoshi Nakamoto? It's way too risky. And then 8 years later, same naysaying. But during this entire time, we've seen markets come down. We've seen the 2008 crisis. We've seen COV recently, and we've seen wild swings in stocks also, right? Even the most reputable companies like Amazon and Apple and these companies were down 90% before. So what I'm trying to say is that nothing is safe. You think that you're safe, but nothing at all is safe. Everything is risky. We've seen banks close down, and we're about to see banks close down again in the future. And if you had 200K or more, 250K or more in these banks, and they're local banks, you could have lost your money. You're not FDIC insured unless it's a big bank. It has to be like Chase or, Citibank, one of these big central banks where you'll be insured for more. So yes, everything is risky. And by the way, we're now in the Twitter age and in the social media age. So individuals are able to comment on their holdings in stocks and then push the price up to really, really high valuations. That's the case with Roaring Kitty. And I hear the SEC is going after him for possible market manipulation. You know, was it market manipulation? I really don't know. But what I will say is that we're seeing individuals get extremely wealthy within the stock market and traditional markets. And those individuals are not you and me, right? So insider trading is illegal, but we're seeing individuals that just happen to just pick the right securities at the right time and make multiples. They're making crypto returns in the stock market. And the reason why is because they do have inside information. So the game is rigged. So we have no choice but to try to figure something out, um, and to gain assets and to try to gain assets at a lower price. We don't have a choice because inflation is going to eat us alive. You literally have to do something. You really don't have a choice. Everything I'm saying here, by the way, is not financial advice. It's just my opinion. It's for entertainment and education. But from my standpoint, something has to be done, right? You could go anywhere in the world, you're going to find that nothing is fair, right? Life is not fair. The family you're born into is not fair. The way how you're treated is not fair. Work versus reward, a direct equation is not fair. Nothing is fair. The only thing that is guaranteed, though, is if you do nothing, you will have nothing. I guarantee you that. Hold on. Let's continue.
Only those that were seated in before this are going to see anything massive. They'll already be sitting at a higher price, but the rest of these stocks dumping, several, especially this Berkshire one, a lot of attention on this. And right now, people are kind of laughing at the technical issue because some are saying, is this margin call? So we'll see what they say here in the short term. But if we see something widespread stem from this, others going down left and right, well, it's only right to raise questions. I'm not sure if these are glitches, test runs, or what, but this is what's happening thus far. Make sure to follow me over on X and join me for the live streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. You'll find the link.
All right. So basically, that's it. It was a glitch. There's no longer a glitch. But who's to say? You think your money is safe in stocks? You're like, I'm going to stay away from crypto because crypto is so risky. So I'm going to run into stocks, right? And then you run into stocks, and your stocks you find can drop 60% too. Now, during the bear market in 2022, you know, stocks got destroyed. Right now, stocks are up. Stocks are doing well. They've had a really good year, and they're going to continue to have a good year on through 2025. 2026, we're expecting a crash in real estate, stocks, crypto, all financial assets. The more risky the asset, the bigger the crash. Not financial advice. That's my opinion. But yeah, nothing is safe. And if you were to look at the historical performance of something like Bitcoin over the cycles, 4-year cycle, well, basically, let me get one of the charts. Basically, it goes up, comes down for 1 year, 3 years, it's steady coming up. You have a major downtrend for 1 year, right? And then it slowly starts going up and it keeps going up. These are the 4-year cycles. Then it comes down, or you could call it sideways, but it's actually down. Especially when you're in it, it feels like death. If you hold altcoins doing a Bitcoin down cycle, you are going to get completely destroyed. Coins don't make it. You know, a lot of them fail. They close shop, and your investments go to zero. The ones that do survive, most altcoins go down 90%, right, during the bear market. Then it starts to come up, and you have 3 years of up, and you have 1 year of down, 3 years of up. Now, we've recently just had a devastating down cycle. Bitcoin did not fall as much as before. Percentage wise, I think it fell like 80 something percent. Um, but now we're in an upward trend. We're in an upward trend going up. So if you look at Bitcoin is currently at $70,000. Nobody cares. The reason why people don't care is because the attention span of investors, especially in crypto, is very short, because we've been hovering around this range for a few months. People are losing interest. If you look at the YouTube views on the channel, the YouTube views are down. YouTube views in general, they're down. Views for crypto, um, participation, interest, all down. All of it's down. And that is where you make all your money. You make money when people are not paying attention, and you accumulate the coins when there's less interest in the coins, because that's when the prices are going to be at their all-time lows, right? So Dex check went all the way up to 20 cents, and now it's broken the 5 cents mark, and it's being pulled down. Can it go lower? Possibly. Maybe 44.44. Yeah, I mean, it can go lower. It can go lower. Point 0.042. It can go lower. It's possible. But in the grand scheme of things, if we're talking about accumulation, this is a very good accumulation point, because I believe that it's going to come back up to the 20 cents, and I think it's going to completely blow past that. And the reason why I believe that's going to be the case is because if you look at the 4-year cycles, you basically you have 1 year down, and then you have a long time to go up, right? So I'm expecting another green box. This green box with time to go up, and it's not until Bitcoin breaks the all-time high, the prior all-time high, and breaks it significantly, that the altcoins run. So we've seen altcoins have runs thus far this year, but none of those are the real run. So basically, I would look at what happened before and then multiply it by 3. That's what I'm expecting to happen next year, within 1 year, for altcoins. Might be even quicker than that. Might be sooner than that. So I've said repeatedly on this channel, and it's been a while. I've been saying the same thing, that we can go sideways for a while. It's possible that we just ping pong back and forth between these two ranges. And I've also said that it'll feel horrible. It'll feel like a bad thing, because your altcoin bags will get completely destroyed, um, and you won't be in a profit that you've been in before. It's not going to feel good. It's not going to look good at all. But I said that dips are for buying during a bull market. And if we have all of this to come, if this is in the future where we're going to be accelerating to the upside, that means something like DexCheck, that it's hit 20 cents before. That means this could go to 60 cents. If I'm like, oh, this is 3x what it's done before, it's a possibility. the correct percentage gain for this cycle. You can use that, but then that violates the rainbow principle of where we're supposed to end up, right? So there's contradictions between principles. There's principles that have never been broken before, where you can measure the future valuation of Bitcoin, but those principles contradict each other this cycle. Because if we follow the rainbow chart, we're supposed to be well above 120K by the cycle top, and the cycle top is supposed to be 2025. I do remember when we started heading up higher, we headed up higher quicker than everyone expected. We broke all-time highs before the halving, right? So we broke it back here before the halving, and people are saying, well, I guess the 4-year cycle theory now is broken, and we'll probably top out quicker. So we'll top out way before Q4 2025. Maybe we'll top out end of 2024. I think it's too early. You don't know until you know, and I'll just leave it there. You don't know until you know. You know, people could have been right, but we're not going to know until we see the actual numbers. I think you could kind of like look at the chart and see like where are we in Q4 2024? How high are we? And what's the catalyst? What's the news? Have countries at that point, are countries now, is Dubai now buying Bitcoin? Are the Emirates now buying Bitcoin? Is the UK buying Bitcoin? What is what's the field? What's going on in the field at that point? Have countries adopted Bitcoin? How many Fortune 500 companies have Bitcoin on their books? What percentage of their capital are they allocating towards Bitcoin and into the ETFs? You have to look at all of these variables closer to that time. So you actually have to adjust your thesis on the fly if you have new variables. So far, there is not too much of a deviation from the 4-year cycle theory. So far, we are higher than we have been before sooner. We've broken or slightly broken all-time highs before the halving. So that is noteworthy, right? We do have to pay attention to that. However, we're going sideways now. It's not like we broke it and we skyrocketed. We broke it and we stayed sideways. So, which leads me to believe we'll probably top out like how we normally do Q4 of 2025. It doesn't mean we're not going to peak before that. Because if you look at the last cycle, we peaked in April of 2021. We hit 65K then. So it's possible that we do something similar where we have a peak. We could peak end of 2024, Q4 2024, Q1 2025. We could peak Q1 2025 early, and then maybe we have a pullback. And then maybe we go up again towards the end of the year just to complete the end of year pattern, 4-year pattern. Last peak was November of 2021. So it was a double peak, right? The second peak was slightly higher, was at 69K. First peak was 65K. So it's possible we have a double peak again, just so we keep the consistent pattern of having the peak towards Q4 of the year after the halving year. So that will be Q4 of 2025. So if we peak Q1 of 2025, it might be a good idea to take some profit at that point, because we could end up crashing back down. Basically, anything that goes up like a rocket ship, and again, this is what I mean by adjusting your theory on the fly or adapting to the field. You have your overall thesis and plan, but should you see something that is an anomaly, you take action, right? You take action. So it could be that we have a double peak, right? So getting back into investments that could completely skyrocket, DexCheck always is a no-brainer. It is at a beautiful price right now. It's 1/4 of the peak up here. So I think it's going to do really, really big things. Absolutely, I'm accumulating here. Um, this is going to skyrocket. It's going to completely skyrocket. Um, some noteworthy crypto to mention that nobody cares about, no one's paying attention to, and it has absolutely no interest at this point is IVPAY. It's been getting wrecked, and I believe at some point this is going to turn around. If the amount of capital comes into the market that I'm expecting this one to give like a quick 400x. So I'm DCing into this slowly, because this is a payment system that's backed by Binance, and it's backed by KuCoin. So they're not going to let their project fail. I think it's a matter of time before this turns around, but when it turns around, it's going to have a massive spike, right? So I don't mind accumulating, just putting small amounts in here. And when we get the spike again, do you see these spikes? When we get these spikes again, I should be in tremendous profit. Honorable mention is DCHAT. We had a quick 8x on this before. Again, it was really low, and then it has spiked up to 8x. It was $1 and it went to $8, and now it's less than $1. It's 50 cents. It's 53 cents. This is below pre-sale price. I don't think this is going to fail. And if it doesn't fail, here we go again with another quick 400x. That's going to get a spike to the upside. You see, what's going to happen is that Bitcoin is going to go, and eventually, you see, we're at 70K right now. We could play around with this all we want, but we know this is kind of like where we are. We're playing around with it. At some point, we're going to get this. And once this happens, all of crypto is going to spike up, right? And then the coins that I mentioned that have the ridiculously low market caps, under 10 million market cap coins that I just mentioned, which are high risk, high reward, those things are going to start doing 10x like that. They're going to start doing it in, 2 days, 3 days. And it's supposed to stop and pull back, but it just keeps going up. And that's what's going to happen. And so I mentioned IVPAY, DCHAT, DECHAT, which is boss, which is king. VIA is also another one that has been brutally assassinated and beaten down. Reason for that is the dilution. Dilution has been horrible on this crypto. But if you look at it right now, for this would be, if you were to get to the highest tier, that would be almost $4,000. As this continues to go down, this means that the highest tier on VIA would give you about $480 allocation, right? So, which would be around, this would be around 10%. Like, let's say it's 4,000 to 400. It's higher than 10% actually per dollar, per dollar spent. So, which is the best ratio of allocation for money invested from pre-sale launchpads and ideal launchpads. So again, this could continue to go down. It could, bounce around and fluctuate here, back and forth, back and forth. Eventually, you're going to get one of these spikes. That's what happens when these things just keep going down. You get a quick spike, right? It went down to 35 cents, and it went up to 70 cents. You get like a really quick spike to the upside. And then it meanders and it continues to go down a little bit, right? So on the way down, again, you don't know how low it's going to go. I didn't say, hey, you get this thing and then tomorrow it doubles. That's not the case. You don't know how low it could go. It could go a lot lower. But I believe, and this is just my opinion, not financial advice here. You manage your risk. I believe that whatever price it is now, once Bitcoin does what Bitcoin does, and Bitcoin, hits 100K, 110, 120K, cryptos like this, what's the total fully diluted market cap is 40 million. This is not the real market cap. Cryptos like this with a fully diluted market cap of 40 million completely skyrocket, right? So at some point in the future, and when I say in the future, I mean within a year. That's what the future means in crypto. The future in crypto is not like, 5 years, 10 years from now. The future in crypto is a year, within a year. And no, it's not going to take as long as a year, but I'm saying, maximum. Yeah, so market cap is 10 million on VIA, and my fully diluted is 40 million. So again, we still have dilution coming on here. That's about a 4x. So it's 25%. It's around 25% is out. You have another 75% that is still to be unlocked. So the end of 2025, let's say you have 80% of the crypto out. And so you have 80% of it out, and now you already have 25% of it out. So think about maybe 3x dilution. So that could affect the price. So if Bitcoin were to stay where it is, and let's say Bitcoin's not really moving up and we just go sideways, then VIA continues to get wrecked. But that's not going to be the case because VIA is going to go up because Bitcoin is going to skyrocket within the next 2 months. So I give Bitcoin within another 2 months, and Bitcoin starts heading to 90K, and at that point VIA starts to triple. So, and then you look at all of these purchases you've been making where you've been seeing your portfolio fall 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%, and then you realize that it was not for naught because your investments have just doubled and tripled within a short period of time, right? So that's my view on the matter. And I think at this point, I'm going to start to wrap everything up. But I think we know where we are in the market. We're stoic over here. We're not worried. We're looking at this situation and seeing it as a buying opportunity, because the reason why 90% of the people don't make money in crypto is because they sell when they should be buying, and they buy when they should be selling. Once VIA goes to $3, a lot of more people are going to start buying
cryptocurrencies, exploring their untapped
so
potential.
that's it for me, guys. I will see you at the top. This is Crypto.XL.
Whether you're a seasoned investor looking for the next big winner or a newcomer eager to learn the ropes,
have fun.
Crypto.XL is your ultimate destination for insightful analysis, expert tips, and the latest trends in the small cap crypto market. Remember, this is not financial advice. Only invest money you can afford to lose. Don't miss out on the opportunity of a lifetime. Hit that subscribe button and join us on this thrilling adventure to uncover small cap gems that could skyrocket your portfolio to new heights. Let's make 50-100x gains together.